Part 3, Democrat Party issues. Next one be immigration. There's a massive issue with immigration policy the Democrats have. They have no clear defined policy. There's no way anyone on the other side of the political divide or any swing voter is going to be able to say, hey, I can agree with that policy, because there's no policy. The Democrats have come out and said, hey, this is our policy. Republicans have a policy for immigration. It's called don't let anybody in. Just shut the door. No one else comes in at all. I don't see them allowing many immigrants into this country in the next 4 years at all. Trump is actively debating on evicting 750,000 Ukrainian refugees here that have been kind of on a temporary status. We have, as the Democratic Party has to get their message clear on these policies and make it crystal clear to the American people. It needs to be very simple. If we're going to stand for the immigration from anywhere or whatever the case may be for immigration, we need a very clear policy that is very simple to understand. We're standing up for people coming to this country because they're fleeing whatever crisis or chaos they were coming from, and we're trying to get them to a legalized situation. But the way the MAGA party and Fox News spins it is right now, the Democrats have open borders. They don't protect the United States from immigrants coming in. And the thing that Trump has done a great job at is tying illegal immigration to fentanyl coming into this country. And those two together, even separately, is a losing election ticket item. You're going to lose that to the swing voters and the majority of Americans. We've all seen the damage opiates have done, and now that fentanyl has come along, it has only gotten worse. We do need to have a solution for the fentanyl issue, but to start, we need an immigration solution, and one that makes sense, not just blanket across the board, allowing immigrants into the country or allowing them to come here and stay here endlessly while they work their way through the court system. If we're going to do that, we need to do that on maybe a limited basis or a limited amount in at a time. Our country's 30 some trillion dollars in debt, 36, 37. The new budget that the Republicans are talking about would put almost $5 trillion on it. The Democrats had their opportunity to fix some of these things when Joe Biden was in office, and he was too passive, which is the next issue the Democrats have. They appear weak, and they appear weak on multiple issues. They appear weak when they're in power, and the American people have shown they don't like weakness. Donald Trump has seized on that weakness, and he has abused that weakness. He shut down the immigration deal that was worked out last year in a bipartisan deal because he said, I don't want Biden to have an election year win. And he won on that issue. The Republicans killed the bill. We have to get more aggressive. The Democrats need to take the gloves off, stop playing nice, start getting into the mud and being honest with themselves and honest with the Republican Party and honest with the American people that they've made mistakes. But they're here to defend the American people, and they're here to defend democracy in America. And calling Trump out, but they need to do it on a daily basis. It has to be a mantra, a drumbeat. We can't have Sunday morning 2-3 Democrats appear on NBC or on a couple morning shows, and then we don't see a Democrat on TV the rest of the week. Maybe Rachel Maddow covers a few things, or CNN covers a couple things, or Don Lyman on TikTok. But that doesn't get the job done. We need better messaging. The Democrat Party needs to stand up, grow up, and realize that these policies they've had have failed. Immigration, their weakness, their passiveness. The Republicans have no interest in working across the aisle. No interest in even trying to negotiate things. They never have. Look at the House the last 2 years. They want to do things their way. So the Democrats need to have the same attitude. And if that ends up with a government shutdown, then that ends up with a government shutdown. We have to start taking a stand and standing our ground. We've been pushed around for a couple of years. We had 2 years of Biden in office as president, and nothing got done. Biden couldn't even convince his own party to get behind him to get anything done. We knew who was running for president for half of the presidential race when Biden dropped out. No one knew what was going on. The Democrats have come off weak, and the Republicans have seized on it with their aggressiveness, and that is another part of the policy they failed on. We need a better message. We need a clearer message, and we need a message Americans will understand. That's part 3. Everybody have a great Sunday. See y'all later.